We now need to make a menu for the application. We already have one by default called main menu.json in the resource folder. But first, let's see where it's used. If we go to the onload event for the web application, we can see that the menu variable is passed to the launch blocky function. This variable is a list of menu items. So if we control and click it, we can inspect how the menu item is defined. The main attributes are the icon, a text, and a UI component. They are 3 string attributes. These are going to be the fields we are going to use to build our menu. Now let's open menu main.json, and we are going to create 4 registers, one for each of the 4 menu options we need. The first one will be the topic admin. On the icon property, we're going to write topic.svg in between double quotes. Now for the text, topic administrations. That's the text the app is going to display on that entry. Lastly, the UI component will be the component that it's going to open when we click on the option. So this one is going to be CMP topics admin. Now let's copy and paste this same register and start adapting it for the rest of the elements. The second one is quiz admins. The third one will be the game listings. And the last entry is going to be the rankings. Now that the menu is done, let's run the solution and test it works correctly. Let's open up the web application. We can see the icon, the title, and the menu with 4 entries. We can expand it and see that it works with the configuration we wrote. If we click on each of the menu entries, we can see it opens each associated components. So now that everything is pre-built, let's start by doing the final builds of each of the components. Now for the design of the CmpHome component, we are going to have a welcome text, an icon, and a logo for the application, a title, and 4 boxes. These are going to be the available options each one with an icon and a text. So to do the layout, first let's delete the button we preemptively added. Let's get a welcoming label. Named label welcome. With a text, welcome to. Size large. Center aligned. Now for the web application icon, we are going to be using the widget icon. We're going to give it a name, icon logo. Use the quiz-color.svg, that's the icon. We're going to use the size extra large and centered. We are going to use another label with the application title. We're going to name it label title. And a text, call it quizzes manager. Give it a primary color, bold text, and size extra large, also centered. And finally, a large padding on the button. Now let's add a container where we are going to add the 4 option boxes. Let's center the container and make it 7 out of 12 of the size. That's the size of the whole screen. And to center it against the parent, we need to make the parent itself centered. For the 4 options to be horizontally and vertically spaced, we will select on the details, separations, and select large for both. Furthermore, we will center align the child items using the same method we did on the containers. Each of the 4 options will be inside a frame, so we are going to add a container for each option with size 5 out of 12. And a border on all sides. We're going to add some border radiuses and shadings so it looks better. Each of the containers will have an icon and a label. And following the menu order, the first option will be Topics Admin. With the icon topic.svg and secondary color scheme, we are going to add clickable equals true, so that we can capture the click event and navigate to the corresponding screen. We are also going to set size equals extra large and centered. The label named label topics admin. And with the text, add, edit, and remove topics, also centered. We can see that the frame border is of a different color, and we can give it some styling. We select the root container, and on the style section, we choose area and select default. Now we can see that the root element and all its children have a different styling. We can see a white background with a gray border. We will keep on repeating this process for the rest of the options, so let's make a quick fast forward. And now we can run the solution and see that the icons are clickable. Since we are yet to define any logic for it, no action is taken when we do the clicks. As for the CmpHome logic, we are going to need to create a function that will manage the behavior of each associated click on the icons and navigate to the expected components. When we try to run this solution, we can see that we have a couple of errors, since the navigate blocky will require for the components to have the routing set up just exactly the same like we did on the mobile application. So let's fast forward a bit and set up the for routes of this for component. Quizzes, games, quizzes admin, rankings. Topics admin, now that we are done, let's try running it again. And if we click on each of the options, we can see how it correctly navigates to the screens.